we started Power Pivot, and what is Power Pivot we discussed here. The next one is we'll go and start with data warehousing concepts. So let me open Power BI Desktop. So as part of data warehousing concepts, we'll discuss. We already know. What is dimension column, and what is fact column. So we know about this dimension columns and fact columns. What is dimension table? Dimension table, fact table, dimension table, fact table. So basically, in the OLAP terminology, we have two types of tables. In the OLAP terminology, we have two types of tables. So when I have the tables in the Power Pivot, in the OLAP dimension tables and fact tables. What a dimension table is, what it contains. What a fact table is, what it contains, we'll see. And then we'll see types of schemas. So in our project, what is the type of schema we build? There are three types of schemas. We'll discuss about them. First type of schema we have is star schema. Second type of schema we have is snowflake schema. And third type of schema we have is galaxy schema. These are the three types of schemas we have. Right, guys. So these are the things we'll understand. We'll understand some more things. We'll see. First, here into the Power Pivot, I'll bring the tables from, click on Get Data. I'll bring the tables from SQL Server this time. Click on SQL Server and provide the server name and database name. Server name and database name. Let me copy the server name. Expand the product database. I'll bring these four tables. Click on Load. Fine. I have few tables here. So in this tables, so few tables are dimension tables. This product data table is a dimension table. This customer data is a dimension table. And time data is a dimension table. And sales data is a fact table. How you are telling it? Let's understand, guys. So what usually a dimension table will contain is, dimension table will contain primary key column. Dimension table will contain primary key column. Dimension table will contain primary key column, primary key, plus it will contain primary key column plus dimension columns. So dimension columns. So we already know which columns are dimension columns. Dimension tables will contain basically primary key column and dimension columns. So example for dimension table is customers table. Example is customers table, guys. Customers table. Take an example. I want to go and purchase one product in Amazon. I want to go to Amazon site. I want to purchase one product. So if you are the first time user, what you want to do? You need to register with Amazon or not. You need to register with Amazon. So when you register with Amazon, your entry will be entered in a customers table, guys. So first, if you want to buy some product in the Amazon, first you need to register with Amazon. You need to give your name, you need to give your address, you need to give your phone number, you need to give your email ID. All the details will be entered in the customers table. So customers table is an example for a dimension table. What it contains is, first it will contain a primary key column, customer key or customer ID. So customer key or customer ID. So customer key or customer ID. So for each customer, they'll give one ID. They'll give one ID, unique ID. So customer ID or customer key will be the first column. It is a primary key column. PK means primary key. PK means what? Primary key. It's a primary key column. So what primary key column means? Primary key means if you give for any column primary key, it will allow only unique values and no null values. It will allow unique values as well as no null values. When a column, when you give primary key, it will always allow unique values plus no null values. It will not allow you null values. It will not allow you null values. Unique values plus no null values, we call it as primary key, guys. Customer key is a primary key. Along with the customer key column, what other columns? You will have it. First column will be customer key, and the next column will be customer name, and next column will be customer mobile number, and next column will be customer email, and next column will be customer address. These are the different columns. I'm just writing few columns. There will be customer gender, customer date of birth, some other columns will be there. Fine. Now this table, customers table, it contains primary key column, customer key, and it contains dimension columns. This customer name, mobile number, email ID, address, or the fact columns or dimension columns, or they are fact columns or dimension columns. They are dimension columns. Dimension columns. A table which contains primary key and dimension columns, we call it as which table? A dimension table. So customers table is an example for dimension table. So tomorrow when I want to buy one product, first I need to register with Amazon. So when you register, they'll give one customer key for you. So when I register, they given a customer key 1001. My customer name is Sunil, and mobile number and email ID. And address. So like this, we will enter some values. Whatever the values you provided, that will be entered in the customers table. So now I can go and place the order. I'm the customer for Amazon now. I'm in the customers table. I can go and place an order. And when I place an order with this address, with this communication address, they will deliver it. So there is another customer called Sri. He also want to place an order. So when Sri want to place an order, he also need to register first. When Sri registered, one more entry will be entered in the customers table. That one more entry will be entered in the customers table. So like this 1002. So can I go and give 1001? It will not allow. Why? Because the column is primary key column. Primary key column can allow unique values only. Now this will become duplicate. Primary key column will not allow duplicates. It will throw error when you try to give 1001. So can I go and leave it as blank? Can I leave it as blank? Can I go and enter Sri? So no, it will not allow. Why? Because primary key column will not allow null values, no null values in that column. Mandatorily, you need to give one number, it should be unique. So I can go and give 1002. So will it allow now? 100% it will allow. It is not a duplicate value, it is a unique value, and it is not a null value. Sri and mobile number and email ID and address, guys. Something like this. Fine. Like this, how many customers are there? All the customers, their entries will be entered in the customers table. Look at this. Their entries will be entered in the customers table like this. Customer table is a dimension table which contains customer table is a dimension table which contains a primary key column and dimension columns. First name, middle name, last name, date of birth. All these are marriage status, gender, email address, yearly income. All this comes under what? Dimension columns. Dimension columns. Now, product table is also a dimension column, guys. Product table is also a dimension column. So another example for dimension column is customers table and products table. So products table, whatever the products Amazon is selling, all the products they will be entered in the products table. Whatever the products Amazon is selling, all the products they will enter in where? Whatever the products Amazon is selling, all the products they will enter in. What is happening? Let's give me 1 second. Whatever the products Amazon is selling, all the products they will be entering in products table, guys. There will be one table called products table where they will have all products information. So what kind of columns product table will contain is? First, products table will contain product key. So product key column will be primary key column, and then product name. Once after product key, then product name, and product color, product weight. So like this, you will have the columns, guys. Product weight. Like this, you will have the columns. Now, product key is a primary key column. For each product, we will give unique ID, and for no product, we will keep null values. It's a primary key column. And product name, color, weight, these three are dimension columns, guys. These three are dimension columns. Let me write up. So I'm selling multiple products. One product I'm selling is 5001. I'm giving an ID, and any ID I can give it. And product name is and product color is black, and weight is 2.2 kg. Weight in kgs, 2.2 kgs or something. And then when I'm selling another product, for another product you will have a unique ID 5002 or something like this. So I'm selling Amazon is selling OnePlus mobile, something like this, and this color is black again, and what is the weight? Something like this. Like this, entries will be entered, guys. Now this is also example for dimension table. Dimension table will contains primary key columns plus dimension columns. So in the OLAP model, along with the dimension table, we will even have fact tables also. So fact tables also. What is fact table now? Let's look at a fact table. What is fact table? So fact table will contains foreign key columns, or else let me write what is fact table here itself. Fact table will contains, dimension table will contains primary key columns plus dimension columns. Basically, fact table will contains foreign key columns, foreign keys, FK, foreign key, in short we call it as FK. So it will contains foreign key columns plus fact columns plus fact columns. A fact table will contains foreign key columns and fact columns, guys. Foreign key columns and fact columns. Yes. So now let's see what is the example for fact table. So example for fact table is sales table. Sales table is an example for fact table. So when Sunil went to the Amazon, he purchased Acer laptop. So when Sunil purchased Acer laptop, an entry will be entered in the sales table. In the sales table, a record will be entered. So for Amazon, there is one sales transaction. They will enter in the sales table. So what kind of columns you will have is, it will contain foreign key columns. First, it will contain a foreign key column called customer key. It is foreign key column, guys, FK. And it contains product key. Product key. Again, product key will be a foreign key column. And then it contains how much quantities they purchased. Quantity. And what is the unit price? And what is the sales amount they received? And what is the, or else after unit price, discount? And what is the they received? And what is the profit they received? Some columns like this they'll have, guys. Some columns will be there. So in that order, how much quantity they sold, what is the unit price, whether they provided any discount, after discount, whether they what is the sales amount they got, and what is the profit amount. Some columns are there. So when you see here, this customer key and product key or foreign key columns. Foreign key columns. Fact table will contain foreign key columns and fact columns. Quantity is a fact column. Unit price is a fact column. Discount is a fact column. Sales amount is a fact column. Profit is a fact column. They are fact columns. Now, when Sunil purchased Acer laptop, an entry will be entered in the sales table something like this. An entry will be entered in the sales table something like this. They don't enter Sunil here. Sunil is purchasing the order, but they don't enter Sunil here. So Sunil is purchasing Acer laptop. They don't enter Acer laptop here. Acer laptop here. What they will do is, for Sunil, what is the customer key we have? That customer key will be entered. Instead of Sunil, for that Sunil, what is the customer key we have? Will enter. For this Acer laptop, what is the customer key we have? That will be entered here, 5001. Understand, guys? So when Sunil made a transaction, a record will be entered like this, 1001. What he purchased, guys? He purchased Acer laptop 5001. The link column, why they will maintain a foreign key is to join this. To link this primary key and foreign key, they'll maintain one foreign key column here, 5001. How many laptops he purchased? Only one. What is the unit price? 50,000. And whether they provided any discount? 5,000. What is the sales amount he paid? 45,000. How much profits they received? Some 5,000 profit they received. Right, guys. So when the same Sunil went and this time he purchased OnePlus mobile. When the same Sunil went and purchased OnePlus mobile, one more transaction will be entered in the sales table. One more transaction will be entered in the sales table. 1002. Sorry, guys. Again, Sunil is the one who is purchasing it. For Sunil, what is the customer key? It is 1001. You'll get 1001 here again. This time, what he purchased? OnePlus mobile. And what is the product key for it? 5002. Here, we'll get 5002 this time. How many mobiles he purchased? What is the price? What is the discount they provided? And what is the price they paid? 31,500. Some 3,000 profit they received. So like this, or else let's make it 3,000. It is easy for us to do any calculations. Let's make it 32,000. So 35,000, or else make it 30,000. And it is 27,000. Fine, guys. So the mobile cost is 37, and they provided a discount of 3,000, and the price amount we paid is 27,000. The profit they received is 3,000, guys. Fine. Like this, when any customer go and purchase any product, there will be one entry here. Let's assume Sri went and purchased a laptop, Acer laptop. How you will get? Sri purchased Acer laptop. What you will get in the customer key now? So what you will get in the customer key? For Sri, what is the customer key? You'll get it here. 1002, you'll get it here. So 1002 will come here. And Sri purchased what? Acer laptop. For the Acer laptop, what is the product key? 5001 is the product key. 5001 is the product key. How many quantity they purchased? 1. And remaining values I'll enter as it is. Unit price, discount, on sales amount they paid, and profit the company received. Like this, the data will be there in dimension tables and fact tables. Dimension table will contain primary key column and dimension columns. Fact table will contain foreign key columns. Sorry guys, dimension table will contain primary key columns and dimension columns. Fact table will contain foreign key columns and fact columns. Fine, we understand what dimension table will contain, what fact table will contain. Basically, clients will ask you to create the visuals to show the data from dimension tables and fact tables together. So majority of the cases, clients will ask you to create the data, show the data from dimension tables as well as fact tables. Take an example. My client is asking to show customer name wise sales, customer name and sales. Each customer, how much sales amount they are doing, client want to see. When client want to see each customer name by sales, where do you have customer name column? I have in the customers table. Where do you have sales amount column? I have in the sales table. I want to create a visual. I want to show customer name from customers table. I want to show sales amount from sales table. Now, when you want to show the data from two different tables, what you need to have? You need to have the relationship between customers table and sales table. Based on which column you will give the relationship? Based on customer key, I'll give the relationship. Based on customer key, I'll give the relationship. So why we are maintaining primary key, foreign key columns is for establishing the relationships. Now, so when you establish the relationship, you will get the records here. How you will get this? First customer name is what? Sunil. Sunil will get here. So if you want to show what is the sum of sales he made, for Sunil, what is the customer key? We will take it. We'll send that customer key to here, and we will filter how many times he made the sales transaction. He might made 10 times sales transactions. It will filter all of them. Once after filtering all of them, it will sum all the record sales values. 45,000 plus 27,000. So how much it is? 72,000. 72,000. 72,000. You will get like this. So Sunil, the sales amount is 72,000, and it will take second customer, Sri. For the Sri, they will take what is the customer key. That customer key will send here, and it will filter it. How many times this customer key is there here? Only one time. So what is the sales amount he made? 45,000. So like this, we'll establish the relationship based on primary key and foreign key. We'll show the data. Data. Perfect. Now it is correct. So again, they might ask you to show product name by sales, product name and sales amount we are getting. Each product, how much sales amount you're getting. So this time product name I need to take from product table. I need to take the sales amount from sales table. Sales amount from sales table. If you want to show the data in this visual, you need to establish the relationship between product table and sales table based on a common column called product key and product key. Based on a common column called product key and product key. So if you want to show product name by sales, first Acer laptop. So you need to show Acer laptop how much sales amount we issued. For Acer laptop, what is the product key you have? 5001. That 5001 it will send, it will filter these two records. 5001, how many records are there? 2 records. 45 plus 45, how much it is? 90,000. For Acer laptop, we are getting a sales amount of 90,000. Once after that, it is 1 plus. So for 1 plus, it will take product key. It will send it here. How many times you have? Only one time. What is the amount you received? 27,000. 27,000. Like this, it will show, guys. So majority of the cases in the real time, we'll create the visuals using dimension tables and fact tables. Dimension tables and fact tables, guys. Fine. Now we will go and see in Power Query, in Power Pivot, how we will do that. Now we understand. So I'll come and discuss remaining things. Now we understand what dimension table is, what fact table is, and why we are maintaining primary key columns, foreign key columns. So how we'll create the visuals, majority of the cases we see in it. The same tables are there here, like customers table, products table, sales table. You have it here. You have it here. Now I want to show what is the total sales amount we have. First visual client is asking to show is when you go here. So what is this? So first visual I need to create here is what is the total sales amount we are getting. I'll take one card visual. I'll go to the sales data table. I'll drag the sales amount column. I can show what is the total sales amount we have. 3.11 million, guys. The total sales amount is 3.11 million. Now once I shown the 3.11 million, my client is asking to show each customer how much sales amount you are getting. So first I'll go and delete the relationships. Basically, as part of data modeling, you need to understand about this manage relationship window, guys. So you need to understand this manage relationship window. When I click on manage relationship window, you can see the relationships. Whatever the relationships we have in the Power Pivot model, we can see all the relationships. We need to understand this manage relationship window. So I'll explain one by one. Now I'll intentionally delete all these relationships. When you want to delete all these relationships, one way, select the relationship, right click on it, delete. Second way, go to manage relationships, select the relationships. With control all, you can select it. With control all, you can select it. You can click on delete, guys. You can click on delete. Here you need to go to each relationship. You need to delete it. I want to delete all these relationships in one go. Click on manage relationships. Click on manage relationships and delete it. So in the manage relationships, you can see all the relationships which are there in the model. You can select all of them with control all. You can click on delete. So when I click on delete, all the relationships will be deleted in one go. Now all the tables are independent tables. I don't have any relationships here. So when I want to show what is the total sales, I'm able to show it. You are taking the columns from only one table, sales table, you can comfortably show it. You are taking the columns from only one table called sales table, and you are able to show it. Right. Now I want to show product name wise sales. Take an example. My client is asking to show each product how much sales amount you are getting. So when I want to show each product how much sales, the product name column, we need to take it from product table. And the sales amount column, I need to take it from sales table. There is a sales amount column here. So this product name column, we need to take it from product table. The sales amount column, we need to take it from sales table. So when I try to create a visual, will it show the data? Someone tell me, guys. Will the visual show the data or not?
No, it will not show.
No.
So when there is no relationship, we know that it will not show the data. Let's check it here. I'll go to the product data table. I'll drag the product name column, English product name. And I'll go to the sales data table. I'll drag the sales amount column. Yes. Why? It is showing the data. You said that it will not show the data. So there is no relationship between product table and sales table. Still it is showing the data. What happens? What is the problem?
But data is not.
Data is not correct. Here, what happens is, so when you take a dimension column from one table, When you take fact column from another table, what it will do is, under the dimension column, what are the dimension values you have? It will show all the dimension values, and for each dimension values, it will show complete sales amount. For each dimension value, it will show complete sales amount. When there is no relationship, so complete sales amount is 3.11 million. It is telling that adjustable raise, it is doing 3.11 million. All-purpose bike stands, it is doing 3.11 million. But this data is completely wrong. When we don't have the relationship between the tables, when you try to create the visual, sometimes it will show data, wrong data. Sometimes it will not show the data. Yes. So you need to keep in mind, when there is no relationship between the tables, when you try to create the visual, sometimes it will show the data, but wrong data. So when you take dimension column from one table, and when you take fact column from another table, it will show all the dimension values, and it will show complete sales value for each dimension value. So it is wrong, completely wrong. If you want to see correct data here, what you need to do is, you need to establish the relationship between product data table and sales data table. If you want to establish the relationship, what you need to have? You need to have a common product key and product key. So there is a common column with the name product key and product key. Look at this, there is product key here and there is product key here. This is the common column, guys. I need to establish the relationship based on a common column, product key and product key. This product key and this product key, I need to establish the relationship, right? So one way to establish the relationship is drag and drop. So you will get the relationship. This is one way you will get the correct data. Now, as soon as you got the relationship, 100% you will see correct data here. I'll check it. So another way is, right, delete it. Another way to create the relationship is, so all the data modeling work will done in manage relationship, guys. Add the relationship, edit or remove relationship between the tables. Manage relationship window is used to add the relationship or remove the relationships or edit the existing relationship between the tables. So basically, we will do the data modeling work in manage relationships, guys. Manage relationships. Once you go to the model view, if you want to do the data modeling work, you need to go to manage relationships. Manage relationships is the place where we'll do the data modeling work in the real world. Click on manage relationship. Click on new relationship. So whenever we need to establish a new relationship, I need to establish a relationship between product table and sales table. When you want to establish, you need to click on manage relationship. You need to click on new relationship. Before I go on talk about new relationship, let's discuss about auto detect. There is an option called auto detector. What this auto detect is? So when I click on auto detect, guess what happens? There is one option in the manage relationships, auto detect. We are aware of it. When I click on auto detect, guess what will happen? Someone tell me, guys.
Create the relation.
It will automatically create relations.
Automatically create the relation.
Automatically means what? Based on what?
Common column name.
Common
Column.
Based on same column.
It will connect to common columns.
Common column name. So in file menu, you have second setting, right? In the file menu, options and settings, there is second setting. Auto detect the new relationships once data is loaded. That option is this, guys. That option is this. When you click on auto detect, in the Power Pivot, how many tables you have, it will read each and every table. And if it finds the same name, in the table 1, I have name as ABC. And in the table 2, we have name as ABC. With that ABC, it will establish a relationship, guys. That is auto detect. When I click on auto detect, look at this. It is telling that found 2 new relationships. Click on close. When you click on close, you will get it. I have sales data table. I have customer data table. In these 2 tables, there is a common column called customer key. There is a common column called customer key, common name. It got established the relationship. Between sales data table and product data table, there is a common column called product key. With that product key, it got established the relationship. Auto detector will read the tables, and if it find any common name, it will establish the relationship. So here also, based on customer key and customer key, it will establish the relationship here. When you look at this here, based on customer key and customer key, it got established the relationship. Auto detect will automatically establish the relationship. Let me delete them. I'll create it. So so far we understand. So delete is to delete the relationship. We know about auto detect already. Let me delete it. Remaining two options I'll discuss. New. Whenever we need to create the new relationship, I deleted these relationships. I want to show correct data here. To show correct data, you need to establish the new relationship. Go to manage relationships. Click on new relationship. I want to establish the relationship between customer data table, product data table and sales data table. So when I click on new, it will open a window called create relationship window. In the create relationship window, you need to select tables. Between which tables you need to establish the relationship? One is product table, second one is sales table. Once you select the table, you need to even give the common column. What is the common column that are related in these two tables? Let me show that. I need to establish the relationship between product table and sales table. And the common column is product key, product key. You need to select this product keys. So if you see the two columns have gray color. So gray color means this is the common column you've given, product key and product key. And once you select it, there is one option called cardinality. In interview, they'll ask you, what are the different types of cardinalities we have in Power BI? What are the different types of cardinalities we have in Power BI? There are 4 types of cardinalities. So let's talk about cardinalities. We'll talk about cardinalities and we'll come back here. Cardinalities. So cardinalities also call it as types of relationship between the tables. Types of relationships. So cardinalities or types of relationships between the table. So there are basically 4 types of cardinalities. 4 types of cardinalities. What are the 4 types is? First one is one-to-one cardinality. First one is one-to-one, guys. One-to-one. One-to-one cardinality. We also call it as 1:1. Between what kind of tables will have one-to-one cardinality? What type of tables will have one-to-one cardinality? Let me explain. So when we will select one-to-one cardinality here, there is one-to-one cardinality. In what cases you will go and select one-to-one cardinality? Between what kind of tables will go and select one-to-one cardinality? We'll discuss. Let's take an example. I joined in one company. The company is storing my details in one table, guys. I joined in one company. That company is storing my details in tables. So what kind of tables are there is? There is one table with the name. There is one table with the name employee. In the employee table, they are storing employee details. There is another table with the name passport. They are storing passport details. Look at this. There are 2 tables. One is employee table. One is employee table. Second one is passport table. First, so when there is employee table, when employee join, for each employee they will enter one entry here. Employee ID, they will have one employee ID, employee name, and so the other columns will be there, guys. Employee name, what is his mobile number, what is his address, what is his email ID, address. Other columns will be there. Or what is his gender, columns will be there. So employee table columns will be there. So employee ID. So for every employee they'll give one unique ID. So like 1001, employee name is Sunil, and mobile number. So address, like this. They'll have some data here, guys. How many employees we have? For each employee, they will have one entry here. And the employee details will be completely there here. Other columns you will have. Same way, there is a passport table. Another table, there is passport table. So in the passport table, they're entering passport related details. Passport table also contains what kind of columns, guys? Passport table also contains the columns like this. First, employee ID will be there in the passport table also. What is the passport number? Passport number. On what date it issued? Issue date. And expiry date. Some columns you will have like this. Expiry date. Few columns will be there like this, guys. Issue date and expiry date. Right? So for every employee, they'll have one passport. 1001. 1001. Sunil passport details. Let's enter here. 1001. They'll enter some passport number. So some number, dummy number I am giving. And what date they issued, they enter one date. On what date it will expire, it will enter one date here. Now, I want to create one report here. And I want to show employee name. Each employee name I want to show. And their passport number I want to show. Passport number I want to show. So when I want to show employee name is there in the employee table. When I want to show passport number is there in the passport table. So I want to show the data from employee table and passport table. For that, I need to establish a relationship. So if you want to establish a relationship, what you need to have? You need to have a common column. Employee ID, employee ID. You have a common column here. Employee ID and employee ID. I can establish the relationship here. Yes, we can establish the relationship here. Now, once you select the common column, it will ask cardinality. In Power BI, when you try to give the relationship between employee table and passport table based on a common column called employee ID, and in the bottom it is asking cardinality. Choose the cardinality between them. Cardinality means one employee ID here. So one employee will contain how many passports? One employee can have how many passports? One employee can have only one passport. So we cannot get multiple passports for one employee. Same way, one passport will be assigned with how many employees? There will be multiple employees here. One passport will be assigned with how many employees? Only one employee. Only one employee. So between this kind of tables, we'll give one-to-one cardinality, guys. One-to-one cardinality. Understand? One employee can have only one passport. One passport will be assigned with only one employee. That means between these two tables, we'll have one-to-one cardinality. These are the two tables, examples for one-to-one cardinality. Employee table and passport table. So the second cardinality we have is once after one-to-one, one-to-many. In the real time, so majority of the cases will have this cardinality, one-to-many. Let me write here. The second type of cardinality we have is, first let me write all of them and then I'll explain it. First one is one-to-one cardinality. Second one is one-to-many. One-to-many. I can write one is to m. One-to-many we can write 1 is to m like this. And third one is many to one, and m is to 1 you can write many to 1. And finally, the fourth type of cardinality is many to many. Many to many. So m is to m. Many to many, you can write m is to m, something like this. Four types of cardinalities we have. So first we discussed one-to-one cardinality. So between what kind of tables will give one-to-one cardinality? I select the two tables, and when you are establishing the relationship between this, so you will give one-to-one cardinality. I'll show you there. The second one is one-to-many. I said that this is the cardinality which we mostly have between the tables. Between the tables, this is the cardinality we'll have mostly. This is the relationship, one-to-many relationship we'll have mostly. So what is the examples for one-to-many is? So I don't want to create it. Customers table, between customers table and sales table, customers table and sales table will have one-to-many cardinality, guys. So if you want to establish the relationship, see, I want to show customer name wise sales. When I want to show customer name by sales, what I need to do, guys? I need to establish the relationship between customers table and sales table. Customers table and sales table. Based on a column called what? Customer key and customer key. So when you establish a relationship, you need to select the cardinality. You need to select one-to-many cardinality. Why? Because customer key in the customer table will be how many times? Only one time. In the customers table, you will have unique key. So 1001 will be there for how many times here? Only one time. One time. But that same 1001 in the sales table will be there for many times. Many times. When every time Sunil is going and purchasing one, placing an order, a entry will be entered. So this customer key in the customers table will be only once. The same customer key in the sales table will be many times. If Sunil go and purchase 10 times, you'll have 1001 for 10 times. 10 times means what? Many. Many. Right? Between customers table and sales table, when you want to give the relationship, you need to select one-to-many, guys. One-to-many cardinality. So customer key in the customers table will be only once, and the same customer key in the sales table will be there for many. That is what you are telling. When you select one-to-many, you are telling in the product key, this will be only once. That product key will in the sales table will be for many times. Let me explain here. Even so, one more example is between products table and sales table, the cardinality is also one-to-many, guys. I have products table and sales table. Between products table and sales table, what kind of cardinality will give? I want to show product name by sales. If you want to show product name by sales, you need to establish the relationship based on product key and product key. So when you give the relationship, what kind of cardinality you need to select? For each product, you'll have a unique key here. Only once. That product key will be there here many times. This product will be sold many times. Acer laptop can be sold many times. One time, two times. If it got sold another time, it will be there many times. So between these two, the cardinality is one-to-many. One-to-many. Here also, each product, when you establish a relationship between products table and sales table, each product will have a key only once. That product might sold many times. When the product is selling many times, that product key will be available many times here. And the cardinality you need to select is what? One. Products table contains product key only once, and sales table will contains product key many times. What you are telling is, you are telling that products table contains product key only once, and sales table contains product key many times. That is what you are telling. That is what you are telling. So just press OK. You'll get the relationship. I'll talk remaining options again. Whatever the options you have here, remaining options, I'll talk about them again. So understand till here. How to select the tables, understand. And how to select the common column, understand. And how to select the cardinality, understand here. One-to-many. So based on what you need to select the cardinality, we understand now. Just press OK. As soon as you press OK, you will get the relationship. Once you got the relationship here, tell me, guys, will you see correct data in the report? 100% it need to show correct data. Yes, I got the correct data. All purpose bike stands. It is telling that we're getting $5,406. $5,406 it is giving. So let's check whether it is correct or not. So all purpose bike stands, $5,406. Is it correct or not? Let's check it. How can you check it is, first you can go to the products table, and which product we are planning to check? We're planning to check for all purpose bike stand. This product, I'm planning to check what is the sales amount we received. For this product, check what is the product key. For all purpose bike stand, the product key is what, guys? 486. Keep in mind, for all purpose bike stands, product key is 486, guys. Remember this. So for this product, how much sales amount we are getting, I want to show. For this product, when I want to show how much sales amount I'm getting, now I need to go to the sales table now. Go to the sales table and go to the product key. I want to understand this all purpose bike stand was sold how many times. Just go and filter here with 486. search it, 486, search it, select this, press OK. This product was sold how many times? This product was sold 34 times. All-purpose bike stands was sold 34 times. And what is the sales amount? So each time when we sell it, $159 we got it. Open the calculator. Each time when we sell it, how much you are getting? $159 I'm getting. How many times I sold? 34 times I sold. Equal to what? 5406. Equal to what? 5406. Is it the one you are showing here? That is the one you are showing here. Clear this. So 5406 is the one you are showing. So what it will do is, so when you drag the product name from this, when you drag the product name from this, when you drag the sales amount from this, what it will do is, first it will take one product. First it will take one product. For that product, what is the product key we have? It will take. That product key will send from this table to this table. For that product key, how many times you have that product key, it will filter. For that, it will do sum of sales amount. How this relationship will help us is, so one to many in the products table, one star means many guys. Keep in mind, one to many. Star means many, and this one symbol means one. Star means many guys. Keep in mind how this relationship will help you is, when you try to show product name by sales, it will take one product name and it will show it. For that product, how it will show the sales is, for that product, what is the product key we have? It will take. That product key will send here. And how many times that product key is there here, it will take. And it will sum all the sales amount, it will show it. That is how internally it will show the data. Now I am able to see each product wise, what is the sales amount you are getting. Now my client is asking to show, can you show me each customer wise how much sales amount you are getting? Can we show each customer name wise what is the sales amount I am getting? I'll go to the customer data table. I'll drag customer name column, customer first name, customer middle name, and customer last name. Customer last name. Each customer wise, I need to show the sales amount. I'll go to the sales data table. I'll drag the sales amount column. So now between customers table and sales table, I don't have the relationship. Do you have the relationship here? I don't have it. So are you able to see the data when I drag the sales amount? Are you able to show the data here? Someone tell me, guys. Are we able to show the data, or it will show blank? It will show.
No, it will not show. It will blank. Oh, wrong amount to show.
So it will show wrong data. See, from one table, when you take dimension columns, from another table, if you take fact columns, it will show, guys. It will show. I'm taking these three are dimension columns which I am taking from one table, and this is a fact column which is taken from another table. It will show. But what it is showing? Wrong data. But I don't need this. I want correct data here. When I want correct data, I need to go and establish the relationship. Where you can establish the relationship, guys? Go to manage relationship, click on new relationship, and select. So customer data table, I want to establish the relationship between customer data table and sales data table. And common column is what? Customer key, customer key, customer key, customer key. And you need to select the cardinality here. So basically, one customer will contain an unique key here. That customer can purchase many times. It will contain many times here. The cardinality is customer's data, customer key will be unique only once, and in many times. The cardinality is one to many. Perfect, correct cardinality. Just press OK, guys. When you press OK, you'll get the relationship between customer data table and sales data table. Just close this. Now you will get one relationship between customer data and sales data. Now you got a relationship here between customers table and sales table. You got a relationship here. Let me show like this. You got a relationship here. With what column? Customer key column. Now will it show correct data? Arun J. Sharma is doing $87, $87.2. Can we check whether it is correct or not? You can check it. So Arun J. Sharma, it is doing how much, guys? $87.28. Let's check it. $87.28. How can you check it is Arun J. Sharma. Go here, go to the customer data table. For Arun J. Sharma, what is the customer key? Check it. For Arun J. Sharma. For Arun J. Sharma, the customer key is 11801. What is the customer key for Arun J. Sharma? 11801. Let's make it here. 11801 is the customer key for Arun J. Sharma. Let's go and check how much sales Arun J. Sharma is doing. Let's go to the sales data table. Let's go to the sales data table where you need to apply the filter. When a customer key, Arun J. Sharma, how many times he made the sales transaction I need to see. Arun J. Sharma is 11801. 11801. When I press OK, Arun J. Sharma is doing sales 3 times. 3 times he made the sales. When I go and sum the sales amount, you will get sales amount. $49 one time he paid, around $50. 50 plus 35. 50 plus 35, 85. 85 plus 2. 85 plus 2. 87. 87.28. 87.28. When you sum this, 87.28 you will get. That is what Arun J. Sharma is doing. Like this, when you create a visual on customers table and sales table, customers table and sales table, what it will do is for each customer, it will take customer key. That customer key will send to the sales table. That customer key will be there here many times, and it will filter. For that, it will give the sum of sales amount. It will show it here. That is how internally it will work. The third type of cardinality you have is many to one, guys. There is no difference between one to many and many to one. There is no difference between one to many, many to one. So the third type of cardinality we have is many to one. So if you take sales table first, and if you take customer table next, customers table next. So in the sales table, the common key is customer key. Customer key. In the customers table is also common key is customer key. Customer key. So when you try to establish the relationship like this, in the sales table, customer key will be many times. In the customers table, customer key will be only once. This is one many to one, guys. When you take first sales table, when you take customers table, so it is many to one. When you interchange them, so let's assume when I take customer key first, customer table first, and when I take sales table next. Now when I establish a relationship here, what is the cardinality? Customer key will be once and sales will be many. It is one to many. When you see from this direction to this direction, it is one to many. From this direction to this direction, it is many to one. There is no difference between one to many and many to one. So look at this here also practically. Let me delete this. Delete this. I want to establish a relationship between customers table and sales table. So when I want to create a new relationship between customers table and sales table, when I select customers table first, when I select sales table first, I can go and select one to many. In the customer table, customer key will be once, and in the sales table, customer key will be many times. So this is the perfect relationship. So I can interchange it. First, I can even select sales table. First, this time I'm selecting sales table. Then I'll select customers table. The common key is customer key. When I select first sales table, then when I select next customers data table, what is the cardinality? This time many to one. In the sales data table, customer key will be many times. In the customer table, customer key will be only once, many to one. So when you interchange them, you'll see that. Simple, guys. When you do like this, it is many to one. Many to one. When you see in this direction, it is one to many. There is no difference. Both are same. Both are same. So the last type of cardinality we have is many to many. So many to many is important in Power BI. I'll discuss half an hour of time in the coming classes. In the coming class, within 1 or 2 days, we'll discuss many to many relationship, guys. Now, we'll stop here for today. We'll continue from here in next class. We'll continue from here in next class. Anybody have any questions?
Sir. Hello.
Yes.
Sir, good morning, sir. Sir, you explained the things only like you are testing that values, right? That is very good, sir. Explanation. Sir, real time, we are going to testing the values the same, sir.
No. We will write in database. We will write the query in database. We will test it. Just to show how this relationships is working, I just explain like this. In the real time, we will not write anything here. Manually, we will test it. We'll go to the database. We will write a query and we will test the value.
So source is a database is okay, sir. Something okay, but it's something Excel, right? Excel
You need to validate it. Excel, you need to go and see for customer, what is the customer ID. You need to take that customer ID to sales table and you need to filter it and you need to check it there manually.
Suppose if web-based data, sir. If there
even in the web page, you need to manually check it.
So just asking, sir. That is not that. But in real time, how it is going to testing that unit test, right? We do that
Anywhere
unit test.
from which source you are bringing the data at source level, we will test it.
Okay.
When you test it here, every time it will show correct data only.
Yeah, that is based on the joins, right? Based on the join conditionally, it gives the. But data before is the correct data, then only it gives the correct output to the report, sir. So, yes. Okay. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Sir, explanation is very nice, sir. Thank you. Sir, next class is on Monday.
So there is no class tomorrow and day after tomorrow. Next class is on Monday. We'll discuss from here in Monday's class.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Sir, please publish the note, sir.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me publish the notes and then I'll discuss. I'll give the time for questions. Let me go and publish the notes. Insert. Today, I discussed from here data warehousing concepts. I'll copy paste it. Let me go and give the report name as data warehousing concepts, guys. File, save as, desktop, click on save. Let me publish it. Click on publish. I'll publish it to your workspace. 7 a.m. May 2021 Power BI files. Click on select. Yes. Tell me, guys. Data warehousing concepts is the report name I given. Yeah.
Sir, I have a question like, what if we don't have a common column between two tables? How are we supposed to establish the relationship?
Common column means same name. You are asking about same name or what?
Yes.
Tomorrow I'll
same
discuss.
name. Yeah.
Tomorrow I'll discuss. Between sales table and time data table, I don't have the common column names, but there is common data. How will give the relationships you will see.
Okay.
See, common column means I explained many times. So the name should not be same. The data under that column should be same. Even though if there is no same name, let's look at this. Here, time key and order date key are the common columns. So their names are not same, but the data under that columns are same. You can still go and establish the relationship between this. It will not stop you. Go to the manage relationship. I want to give a new relationship here between time data table and sales data table based on common column called time key, order date key. The data under this column and this column is same. Still you can go and establish the relationship. Tomorrow I'll show you. Even though their names are not same.
Hello,
Just
sir.
a question. Yeah. So just a question. Suppose if relationship is 1-to-1, by mistake, if we select 1-to-many, of course the data will be incorrect, right?
Performance. Data will not be wrong. See,
Okay.
if it is 1-to-1, you given 1-to-many, but there is 1-to-1. Performance will degrade. Better to give 1-to-1. So when you tell that 1-to-many, it will try to check many times. Is that record is available many times, still complete data. If you give 1-to-1, first time when it find, it will stop checking it. Performance will degrade. So for some reasons, I given 1-to-1 cardinality, but record is coming many times. It will fail the refresh. It will fail the load. You given 1-to-1 cardinality, but the records are many times. when you refresh it, it will fail the refresh. We need to carefully give it.
Okay.
Sir, I have a doubt in dimension table and fact table. Hello?
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, if in dimension table, if we add a sales ID as a fact, sales ID as a primary key, the table become a fact table or not, sir?
Sales ID. When ID is a fact column or dimension column? ID is a dimension column.
Dimension column, sir.
And then it is a dimension column only, right?
Dimension column only, but it is a primary key, no, sir?
See, primary key, yes, primary key will be there, right? In the dimension table, we will have primary key, right?
Yeah.
Then what is the question? Dimension table will contain primary key.
Sir, for example, I am asking about fact table.
Fact table?
Sales table, sir. Sales table. Come to sales table once.
What you will add in the sales table?
For example, if we in sales table we want to add one primary key like a sales ID.
Why is sales ID? Still it is a fact table. Still it is a fact table. You can maintain a primary key column, no problem. You can even maintain a primary key column. So you can add one extra column sales ID. For every row you can give one unique ID. Not an issue. You can give it. But basically it will contain primary foreign key columns and fact columns. You can even add primary key column, no problem.
Then also it became a fact table.
It's a fact table only.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
If we go with manage auto detect relationship, then why it is not detecting the relationship between timetable and sales data?
There is no same column name. Auto detect new relationship will give the relationship based on the same column name. Between timetable and between sales table, there is no column which contains the same name. That is the reason it is not giving.
Okay, column name should be same.
Column name should be same.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions, guys?
Sir, every time we will get primary key and foreign key for related tables, or any case we have to create them?
No. See, how we can create it. So, if you want, we can add one column, dummy column, we can give the relationship. But there is no use of it. From the source itself, when they are related tables, related data, you will get it. You will get the common column from source itself.
Okay, sir.
Sir, how we are getting that defaultly like foreign key and primary key from the source?
They will design the database in such a way. This is a database which developers design to store their business data. They will design in such a way.
Sir, fact table may contains the dimension columns, right? But dimension table cannot contain fact columns. It contains only dimension columns. Am I right, sir?
What dimension columns? So that key columns.
Yes.
Don't confuse much. Just follow this. Let me stop here, guys. I'll stop here. I'll continue from here in Monday's class, guys. Thank you. See you in the Monday's class.